government is working to pass a comprehensive consumer protection bill to bolster consumer protection rights in Ghana. The caretaker trade minister, Samuel Abujinapo, has told Parliament the overarching objective of the bill is to protect, secure and defend the rights of consumers through a structured institutional mechanism and legal framework that will ensure that consumers play a significant role in keeping erring businesses in check.
We have a bill which is ready. We just left with 1 or 2 consultations and it will be ready. And I'm hopeful that in a matter of days, not weeks, as caretaker minister for trade and industry, I will sign it off to cabinet, and cabinet will examine it and hope that cabinet will approve it, which will mean that we'll come back to this house in Parliament. And I see that the sentiments in Parliament suggest that there will be a lot of enthusiasm and support for this kind of legislative intervention. And hopefully when we're able to pass it through the Parliament, Ghana will then, for the first time, have a Consumer Protection Rights Act. We will have a piece of legislation which deals with consumer protection, which will culminate into having a state agency which will be responsible for ensuring that we protect consumers in our country. That's the gist of what we came to say in Parliament. And I know that I'm not going to be long at the Ministry of Trade, but we have to begin. And I have no doubt that the distinguished Honorable Katie Hammond, who is a man of enormous experience, competencies and capabilities, will drive this when he gets into office, when he gets sworn in. And I've already briefed him on some of these interventions, and I have his full support. And he's asked that we begin, and God willing, when he takes his seat, he will pass it through. I will see where I will take it to. I mean, I hope, God willing, that at the very least, I'll be able to lay the bill in Parliament before I hand over to him, and then he will take it from there. But the most important thing is that this is such a crucial, important intervention that is long overdue. It's a big vacuum in our country, and all of us, I believe that each one of you have an example. I do know of a Ghanaian who doesn't have an example of having been shortchanged or having procured a good or service and didn't get what they paid for, didn't get value for money, and yet didn't have remedy and were left to themselves.